Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a really simple, quick video, and I am sharing with you guys second year in review overhaul, basically, of all the curriculum we have used for second grade. So this was a little bit of a hard year because I gave birth to our fifth child, and I had preterm labor prior to birth, and then my birth was difficult, and then my postpartum has been very hard recovery. So it has taken me out of the game quite a bit. So we haven't done as much things as I would have liked, but we are catching on. We're gonna just school through the summer, kind of do it easy in the summer, but still kind of school through and catch up on all our subjects that we needed to do. So I'm just gonna give a quick update how everything worked and what we used. We ended up not using a lot of the stuff that I wanted to use, so I just kind of left that out. I didn't even bring it into the video. So a lot of like books that I wanted to read here, I'll just grab some of them to show an example of which one. And we'll get to them in the summer. So these, like the Seabird and the Paddle to the Sea, we have not got to this. We didn't do any of the work that was gonna be done with this. So like the journaling and dictation, anyways. But it's okay. I'm trying to not beat myself up, and I'm trying to just move on and get, as long as we did the core subjects, then I'm happy. So speaking of core subjects, we started off math with the Singapore. So we've done this a little bit differently, so I'm going to explain to you. So there's two textbooks that come, the workbook and the textbook. We have always used just the workbook. The reason being is I think my son wasn't really getting their explanation of it, so I was explaining it to him, and then we were doing the workbook. Now, I don't know if it was, we got pretty good through the first book. I still might come back to Singapore because I really like their teaching style, but I might actually get the textbook and start utilizing it actually. I don't know if it was just going too fast, or either it was the mastery approach or what it was, but we actually switched it, I'd say like 4 months probably into the year. And we switched it to Christian Light Education, and so this is what it is. This is a teacher manual, and then they come in these little light units. So it's pretty short. There's 10 of them to last for the whole year. And this is more of a spiral approach. So they have, you master something, and then you go on to review something else. And basically, I'll just show you guys how it's set up. He is enjoying this so much. So this is a new book, but basically there's a little bit of review and everything like that. So he's been enjoying this so much, and for third grade we're going to continue with Christian Light Education because it is working for him. I'm going to go with it and not mess with it. Okay, I got interrupted. So we have been doing these at the subtraction and the addition ones. I can't find the other one. These have been really fun, really good practice. It just has a page. This upcoming year, I'm gonna have the subtraction for third grade in addition, and then I'm also gonna be doing a different kind of extra practice that is just like a line, and it's, you time them for 5 minutes and then have them do it. So just extra practice. And then we also got the Life of Fred books. Now we started this, I kind of want to do this throughout the summer, and I'm hoping this to be an addition to that. He has been like not struggling with math, but struggling to do math. So if that makes, he's not enthusiastic to do math, and I really don't blame him because neither am I. But there's a local bookstore near us, a homeschool bookstore, and he really recommended this. So we're gonna see if he enjoys it or not. And then we have this graph paper from Charlotte Mason, Simply Charlotte Mason, that we've been doing here's the first page. our multiplications and learning those and doing those grids. So that is what we have been doing for math. So we switched from Singapore to Christian Light Education. Like I said, we are gonna just stick to Christian Light for now and do 3rd grade. Okay, so for phonics, we have Explode the Code, and we have the Alpha Phonics, a primer for beginning readers. So I highly recommend this book. My son started learning to read this book. So this book is amazing because it's basically like a all-in-one book, from 1st grade to 3rd grade is what I am aware of. So we are right on track, and he has learned to read with this really well. Now we have supplemented with reading. So we've tried language arts reading program through The Good and Beautiful. Didn't work for him. I think it's just too much fluff. So we get our basics here, and then I have him read to me from all his different readers. So that's how that works. And then this is a supplemental thing, but we like this in our home so much. I can't speak good enough for it. I wish they sold these in PDFs because I got a lot of kids, but they're not really that expensive, so that's great. My son started on these in his 1st grade. My daughter is doing the kindergarten, like the A, B, C, D books. These ones right here, the Explode the Code. We really enjoy these. These are really fun. And he catches on really fast. We don't do them every day. Sometimes we do them like every day throughout the week, and then we might skip a few days. We might even skip a week. But highly recommend Explode the Code. Amazing tool. Okay, moving on to writing. We actually introduced cursive this year, and I haven't binded this, but this is the Good and Beautiful. I had this on hand due to some reasons, so I just printed it off and see if he's ready. He does pretty well with cursive, so we're sticking to it. We started off with just a printable that I found online of all his alphabet, so he does 2 lines at a time until I get perfection. Well, perfection. I use that word very loosely. Okay, so let's do history. In the beginning of the year, I bought this one, Our Star Spangled Story. I did lots of research, and I bought the whole curriculum and thought he was gonna really enjoy it. I thought I was gonna really enjoy it. I don't know if it was because I had a baby and I wasn't super, it's a lot more teacher intensive than I thought probably, but we ended up just putting this on the back end. I do have this, so I'm gonna use it as a resource. I don't think I'm gonna use it as a main curriculum unless my daughters are interested in the future. Then maybe I'll try it again. But right now it just wasn't working for us because I just got a lot on my hands, okay? So we went back to the trusty old one we got a while ago, and this is the first book in American history. And then also this year we added this book, which is Stories of Great Americans for Little Americans. This is both by the same author, Edward Eggleston. I don't know, y'all. Okay, so we got this. I am going to be sharing a curriculum haul of what we're doing for history this upcoming year. It's Charlotte Masony. This was Charlotte Masony as well. So is the Star Spangled one, but it's going to be more guided, I guess. And then we also added in books like Christopher Columbus and the 50 Famous Stories Retold by James Baldwin. So this one's really interesting and fun. Okay, so that is our history. We did a lot of readings. I just got one example. And I'm going to be doing this next year and throughout the summer. I really want to get my son more into reading and reading him good literature that he enjoys. This one he's really enjoyed. We are not done with it because we recently started it, but We had lots of free reading books that we read. We also this year invested in the Yodel player. If you have not heard of the Yodel player, is where basically your children can listen to stories screen free. So that has been so amazing. We have listened to probably, I don't know, 6 books. Yeah. And we read Stuart Little. It's one of our favorites. What else did we read? There's such an ongoing pile that I can't really keep in my mind. For geography, I forgot to grab where that book is. Oh, here it is. Okay, so for geography, we have a few different ways we do it. Basically, we like to talk a lot about geography. We sometimes watch a documentary, we journal, we read. We basically learn geography through nature and being outside. But here are a few things that we've used. This maps and globes thing, geography from A through Z. We have the 50 states. And then right here where you see my whiteboard, I actually had a huge big world map. And then upstairs we have a United States map that we have just been pointing and learning the states. Probably next year I'll do more of in-depth geography. But again, this year was a little loose because of having, do you guys hear my kids? Because of having a 5th child. Okay, so for nature study, we read off of this and then they just kind of listened to it, narrated it back to me, and then sometimes we drew something. Same thing with this. We were kind of looking through the animal book. We have some bird flashcards that we also learned about birds, and if we spotted an animal or a bird outside, we would kind of like dive into it and look into it a little bit. These are a really good resource. If you can get it in full color instead of the animated one, I think this one's so much better because the kids can actually really see not the animated version, but like the real, like how the animal actually looks. So, and then some other stuff. My kids attend a local Russian school at our church. So they do that weekly, and then they have homework that's learning to read and write in Russian. And then also my son is involved in some music, like choir, I mean. So he goes to choir practice every week as well. And then they also have a Bible class every time we go to church. So throughout the week, they'll do some of their Bible class work. And then for Bible, we basically they read what I read. I read stuff in scripture to them that I was reading. So with Bible, I basically just read to them whatever I was reading, and we kind of just went through it that way. I will have a better plan this year with Bible reading. The first part of this year, before I had a baby, we actually followed the Ambleside online reading. We went through most of the year 1 because we wanted to catch up, and then we're like in year 2, but I stopped doing it. So we might just do year 2 starting pretty soon here and go through the summer, or I might find a different reading plan. So that, and then we have had poems that we have read, different kinds of books. I have the Blue Fairy book for poems, and Songs of Songs seasons book. That one is a lovely books for poem that we really enjoy. Catechism, we've done that as well. So that is our year-end review of 2nd grade curriculum. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm very excited for year 3. I'm starting to order stuff. I should have been ahead of time and ordered all my curriculum ahead of time, but you know, it is what it is. So my stuff is slowly gonna start coming in, and I'm really excited to gather all of that and show you guys and share with you. If you're a homeschooling mom, I'd love to hear what grades you are homeschooling, so comment down below, and I really would appreciate if you guys like this video and subscribed. Message me or comment down below if you are a new subscriber And yeah, I would love to get to know you. I hope to see you guys in the next video.